Welcome. I'm Dowdy02 Spicy, and Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to you. Yeah, Happy New Year's to you. So I'm gonna just go over the college playoffs and let's talk about it because honestly, there could be some upsets. We got Michigan, TCU. We got Georgia, Ohio State. Now we gonna talk about Georgia, Ohio State first because personally, I think Georgia beat Ohio State. Georgia football team is hands down physical. Anytime Ohio State has to go against a physical football team like Michigan, which is who they saw in the Big Ten championship, they can't handle physical, bro. They're a finesse team. They're not a physical team, so I don't expect them to go out there and out physical them. They have to play real football on defense and offense. There's no finesse with Georgia. Georgia, hands down, they got a pass rush, they got a secondary, they got first round corners, they got first round safeties. We're talking, they got first round everything on their defense. And on Ohio State side, it's kind of the same thing, but they're young. Ohio State offense is young, bro. And I don't care how much coaching you doing. When you get out there and the other team is way more physical than you, Ohio State reminds me of Notre Dame before Notre Dame actually went into a conference. Remember when Notre Dame played Alabama and Notre Dame was going to the national championship games and they were playing all these SEC teams? Notre Dame just wasn't physical enough to handle that type of stuff. And that's what this Ohio State teams remind me of. So personally, I would take Georgia over Ohio State. And the numbers already say Georgia over Ohio State just because Georgia's so physical on defense. And they can I don't think Ohio State has had pressure like this all year. When they faced Michigan, Michigan gave them pressure, but this is another type of Michigan. This is a game I watched TCU play a couple times this year. TCU better. They way better. Listen, TCU has always been fast. Now we're talking TCU is big, fast, and strong. Offense and defense. When I saw them play the last couple of times, even though they don't play competition like they would play Michigan, Georgia, and Ohio State, they impressed. They impressed because when you watch TCU, you already know how explosive they is on offense and how explosive there is on defense. But to see the strength, now when I say I see the strength, that's them pushing the offensive line back. That's going for a tackle and knocking your guy off of the block consistently, game tackling faster. They get to the ball faster. TCU is highly impressive. When I say highly impressive, I mean I actually think TCU can beat Michigan. The thing is, if Michigan out physical TCU, which what they did to Ohio State, Michigan can win and also win a championship. I believe if Michigan beat TCU, they're going to win a championship. Even if they play Georgia. I think they could win a national championship. But I don't think Michigan can beat. Harbaugh has gotten to Michigan. I've watched Michigan consistently every single year. When he couldn't win a signature game, I was watching Michigan. When people were talking about firing him leaving Michigan to go back to the NFL, I was watching Michigan. Michigan has come a long way with Jim Harbaugh. He still, to me, his coach is his starting quarterback is the son of Dallas head coach, and this guy, I watched this guy play, and he most definitely has grown, and it's good to see him coming back next year and at least play into his senior year because he has a chance to be a Tebow type player with an arm. So I don't think, honestly, if you go for an upset in this game, if you want to go for an upset, even though the numbers say Michigan, TCU is not a bad pick. Actually, I picked TCU to beat Michigan because like I said, bigger, faster, stronger, and they got a workhorse at quarterback. I think TCU can do it.